YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and I am back with the unexpected horde of Oathsworn and Chosen Spearmen from the Volcae, who only have one settlement under their control, but are able to field an army with a grand total of, let's see what this is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Oathsworn there, a Noble Horse, 4 Chosen Spearmen, 3 Ballista mercenary units. I mean, does this seem feasible economically? Because it sure doesn't to me. Good grief. How I'm supposed to win this one. They've got so many ballista too. So this is gonna be a challenge. I'm trying to think of my best options. It is a walled city, which will help. But it's going to take a lot of arrow fire to damage Chosen Spearmen and Oathsworn. I mean, they would have to stand around for probably 30 minutes, which they're not going to do. Their ballista are definitely going to punch holes in my wall. And as soon as their ballista get close enough, they'll start firing up and over the walls and killing my men, which is going to be very bad. And let's see, this is not a very good victory point either. It's not super defensible. Wow, this is just going to be challenging. Real challenging. See what the terrain looks like here. If I get around these cliffs, well, don't think I have a whole lot of choice. I'm gonna take these horsemen and get out of the city early on and see if I can gain any type of advantage. And basically I'm gonna start my guys off like way back here in the city, so that the enemy ballista don't have a range advantage on my men. Okay, so I don't know that this can be won. Not in my current state, at least, because that's a lot of Oathsworn. I don't believe I have any tools for dealing with them. Maybe if I had a couple of full chariot units on open ground. But I mean, all those Celtic ballista, I mean, good grief, it is just going to be downright devastating. Let's get out here and get around this cliff quickly. Enemy reinforcements are going to be on the way. So I want to sneak out of the city.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
City, and they're actually coming from back here, which is not good because that's where I needed to put my cav. Let's just let's see if we can hide my cav up here.
Advance at speed.
If they go up there, though, is there any way down other than the way they came up? No, there's not. Crap. Because if they get trapped up there, enemy infantry can just trap them up there. If it looks like I'm going to get trapped, they'll have to run away at the last second, which means their ballista are going to start taking shots at me. But what I'm trying to do is keep my cav hidden so that maybe their ballista will punch a hole in the walls. And once they've done that, I can go out and wipe out their ballista with my cav units. Maybe they have Noble Horse and everything. It's going to be tricky. Hopefully their ballista will use up a ton of ammo getting into the city.
The walls are breached.
Okay. Sure they are. Just let their ballista keep firing away. It's unfortunate, but they're probably going to kill some of my arrow towers. Those arrow towers are kind of important to me. Okay, looks like they're moving over to join their other troops. Hopefully they leave their ballista unattended. If they'll just keep, like if these guys will all keep moving off in this direction, that'll leave their ballista unattended, and I'll come down and wipe them out. Getting rid of 4 of their ballista units would be a huge help. Still not going to get rid of their Oathsworn. Wow, how in the world could they afford this many Oathsworn? I would be broke fielding an army like that. And I own a lot more territory than one settlement. One unwalled settlement, might I say, for the Volcae. So, for those of you saying that the AI doesn't get money cheats or whatever else, here's your proof, and this is only on the normal setting. So, let's see. Keep spending that ballista ammo. I mean, just shoot my walls as much as you want, you dimwits. Yeah, leave your Celtic skirmishers unguarded as well as your ballistas. It's perfect. All their guys are making their way over there, so I think that I'm going to be able to get 4 of their ballistas killed. Really, at this point, the name of the game is just going to be for me to cause as much damage as possible, and then quickly run an army over here to hopefully mop them up. If I would have... I should have poisoned these guys. That would have been the best way to deal with them. Though I'm not sure if I have a spy nearby to take care of that. This is good. This is good. All other stuff over here is getting really nice and unguarded.
The walls are breached!
Take my scout riders, we'll mop up these 2 Celtic skirmishers, and then just run straight for their incoming ballista. And we're gonna have to do it quick. This will turn into a nice little ambush. I'm gonna go ahead and run this unit at the side and try and get into those ballista, because their ballista are gonna stop and start firing at me. Gonna pull through all these units with my scout riders, go straight for their ballista because they're gonna start getting shots on my horsemen. So I'm gonna quick attack orders all the way on the very back ballista unit because I want to knock all these guys off their ballistas. So this will be some small victory for me here, and I mean small, but getting all of these ballista for the loss of just a few cavalrymen would be huge, because now they can't punch any more holes in my walls, and that means these ballistas hopefully will just use up their ammunition on targets around there. Yeah, sweet. So all these ballista are utterly destroyed at this point, plus they lost 2 Celtic skirmishers, never a bad deal. So definitely, I think, a good idea to leave my scout riders and veteran riders out for this. I am going to have to watch out, though, in case an enemy noble horse decides to come pay me a visit, because there's no way I can stop that. They're going to still send their Oathsworn on ladders, which is good. If they take their time, they'll just get more time getting shot by my arrow towers, and that's perfectly fine. Looks like the reinforcing troops are ready to come up, too. I can't let them have the enemy, or the town center, though. I'm just worried that their ballistas still have ammo, and if I move my guys up to the town center... I need some way to try and isolate some of their units and destroy them that way, but it's not going to be easy. I wonder if I could get my slingers outside the gates somewhere, too. Maybe we could lure some of their units off with my cavalry. Just keep them at bay temporarily. These chariots. Let's keep them in reserve.
Swords! Sword band! Get running! Mounted warrior!
Just gonna bring my men up, get them a little closer to the fight for when the time comes. Go hide some of these units here. Yes, any of their Oathsworn I can kill with these arrow towers is going to be a huge, huge thing for me. They're going to start capturing these arrow towers, unfortunately. I thought my men would be hidden right here. See if I can get behind these rocks and hide my horsemen again. There we go. Maybe I can get in behind the enemy units and hit them with a rear charge. The enemy ballista are firing again. Let's see what their target is. I really need them to use all their ammo. And if they're firing on my swordsmen, that's going to be bad. I can't really allow that to happen. No, they're going to go capture this gatehouse. Crap, I don't want that happening either.
The enemy have taken a tower.
Because then they're going to be able to shoot arrows at me and I won't be able to get my cavalry back in anywhere. Yeah, they're going to cut my cav off from the battle. I can't let them take this gatehouse. Oh, there's going to be no good way to stop what's happening from happening here. But maybe I can come bunch a bunch of their guys up over here. See if there's any way I can use that to my advantage. Crap, they got ballista fire incoming. It looks like it could be kind of likely to hit their own men. Gonna need my general up here as quickly as possible. Yeah, the enemy ballista are firing right up into their own men, but they're still hitting my men pretty accurately, might I add. I think what I want to do over here is just kind of hold these Oathsworn up. I don't know what we're going to be able to do here. This is just a hopeless fight, to be honest.
The enemy have captured the gates.
Get hammered with artillery fire that's dead accurate. Like, even though they're firing right over the backs of their own men, it's hitting my guys rather accurately, unfortunately.
Our general is under attack.
I need an angle to fire on some of these Oathsworn. Let's just see if I can hold these Oathsworn up with some spearbands. Let my towers keep firing. It's not going to work for too long. Let's get my chariots up here and see if there's any potential for a real lucky morale effect. This general's not as good as the one I had on the other side. Okay. I'm gonna take my chariots on through here.
The men are wavering.
Those Oathsworn are gonna rip my guys apart. I'll kill as many as I can here. I need to run past the enemy towers and see if I can get into the back of this big enemy melee blob up here. My chariots are not gonna last forever, and I want to cause as much damage as I can. Oh, they're under heavy tower fire already. Oh, losing chariots. I've only got 3 left. Really upset now that these chariots got so destroyed on that last.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Their units are just going to be way too high quality, but I mean, I did manage to get quite a few kills there with my chariots. Only 5 chariots and got about 80 some odd kills here.
Our men flee the field of battle.
It'll have to work.
This is a shameful display.
Let's see if we can get a better outflanking maneuver started here. There is a lot of Oathsworn in this vicinity. I'm going to have to dismount. I am just really not able to stop these Oathsworn over here. I can bring in some more units to slow them down. Dang it.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
At least I can try and get in behind some of their troops with my cav over here. These guys not getting an outflank penalty? Because their morale is still just beaming. Alright, slow the Oathsworn down. We're getting into the capture point.
An entire unit has perished.
Everybody slow the Oathsworn down. Let's see if we can get some shots into the back of these guys by chance. gonna go destroy all their ballista units with these cav. So at least take that away from them for the next battle. Though they could recruit more. At this point, it's just gonna have to be damage control. Like, I mean, there's not much else I can do. I'm gonna try and get some rear shots into that big blob, but I'm slowly but surely losing the blob.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shame.
Where's my have my riders get over here? Come on. Let's go recharge this. I'm losing this fight quickly over here. Whoops, accidentally used that on a unit that didn't need it.
The enemy have taken a tower.
At least we'll get rid of their ballistas. I'm losing all my sword units very quickly. Getting a whole bunch of lag now too. I don't really think there's any way that this rear charge could potentially work, but
Our men
take
flee
anything
the
I can
field
get
of
at this
battle.
point.
This
There's
is
a ton of enemy units up here, and my men are getting beat badly on the other side, so this hammer and anvil isn't a proper anvil scenario. Come on! We're gonna actually have to charge, and I got intercepted by chosen spearmen, so at least we got those guys. Let's see what we can do
An
here.
entire unit has perished.
Just kill as many of these Oathsworn as we can. My general's about to die, that's gonna be it.
Our men flee the
Yeah,
field of battle.
the writing was on the wall with this
is
one.
a shameful display.
Got about as many kills as one can expect against such overwhelming odds, I think. In the past, you might have been able to game a terrible CJI into killing itself at the gates, but
An entire unit
it's not
has
going to work
perished.
anymore. Let's see if we can kill any of those Oathsworn. Let's see if we can
Our
kill some of these
general has
Celtic
fallen.
skirmishers. Like I said, we'll just get as many kills as we can. I want to make this as punishing as possible for the AI here. My light horse are having a hard time even killing these Celtic skirmishers, though. That's not a good sign. And my slingers have managed to wear down this Oathsworn pretty well. Boy, it's gonna be hard getting rid of this army. These guys are gonna be a pretty powerful foe. Probably not gonna get many kills on this Oathsworn, but I'll just let my men fight because there's nowhere else to go. So the Volcae are gonna take Vertigala away from me. It looks like I'm gonna manage to kill one unit of Oathsworn. Who's to say that they can't just re-recruit it? They already have the buildings, apparently. And apparently unlimited funding as well. We're gonna have to just send an Agent Apocalypse down on these people. Is gonna be our best way to deal with them, in all honesty.
An
And
entire
that is what
unit
I'm
has
going to do.
perished.
So, well, we did kill one Oathsworn unit finally. This mercenary Gallic Light Horse coming for me now, so it's gonna be game over for my slingers. Yep, that's gonna be it. So I will let my guys run around just a bit more, because I'll get a few more arrow kills. Literally just take everything I can get here.
The enemy have taken a tower.
Yeah, it's too late. They've got a lot of mercenary horse, so they can run down all my units. So the last few men in
Our
defense
men
of
flee
Vertigala
the
here,
field of battle.
the hopeless fight
This
against
is a
overwhelming
shameful
odds.
display.
That's the first challenge the AI has thrown at me
Our
here,
men
as
flee
far
the
as just
field
like
of
actually having
battle.
good armies, and it
This
makes
is
me
a
upset
shameful
that
display.
I get to this point, and I guess I probably could have had chosen swordsmen by this point, but I don't. And even if I did, it would have been hard. We did manage to kill 1,800 of their men. They took 400 losses to towers, so... But that was not quite even half of their total numbers. They lost because they deployed 5,100 men against my 3,000. And beat me down pretty bad. But I mean, they did pay for those kills pretty much 1 for 1. So for every one of my men they killed, I killed one of them. Considering the quality of their units, that's probably okay. And honestly, I'm going to need chariots too to get rid of this stuff. Man, how did these 4 ballistic crew survive? Are you kidding me? Same thing here, 6 and 6. That's what I get for not running them down entirely. They did lose a number of men, but they're not going to have any problem, obviously, keeping them up. Oh, they sacked my settlement and left. I think that was a big mistake on their part. So, let's see what we can do. They've destroyed all my buildings here, which I'm going to have to repair. Let's see. I finished my research, which now I can build an ironsmith. And let's see. Warlord's Hold. Do I have to have a Great Heart? I think the Warlord's Hold would give me heroic nobles. I can't remember though. Say charge bonus, shots per minute, run speed, damage, pre-siege battering ram. Boiling oil doesn't help because the enemy never tries to burn the gates anymore. Just see if there's any economic stuff that we can unlock to help us out. Birds grow, political action, -10 corruption, that would help. Alright. Do have quite a bit more money now, though. Unfortunately, we came about it in a difficult way. Let's see if we can assassinate this raiding army here with some slaughter. Alright. So hopefully that'll help stabilize this region a little bit. It's going to be under some pretty big duress after having gotten a settlement sacked. Alright, we've still got that enemy agent hindered there. We need to bring this army to bear on the Volcae. This is not a particularly good army. The spear band here. I'm trying to think, what can I recruit? I really need chariots. Really need chariots. Don't think I can recruit them here. What does it allows me chariots? It's that building. The one that's damaged. Let's see if we can use this agent to get rid of this little 1-unit army here too. So let's try an assassination. There we go. So we got rid of the little Arverni armies that were in our land, so that's a good start. Let's take a look at the diplomacy. The Helvetii have regained control.
Do not attempt to sweeten truth.
So they've booted the Romans back.
Speak plainly, and I will deal honestly.
Got to declare war on them. And let's see what else we've got to do
By
here.
the gods, we have war.
Looks like that's handled. This small rebel army here is raiding, which is screwing with my men. I have way too many ballistas in this army.
Destroy the enemies of Britain.
Stop running away. Alright. Get rid of those guys.
Your next command.
Which was a slave uprising, apparently.
For the tribe.
It's no longer any type of uprising. I'm going to leave all these units. I'm not going to disband any of this stuff. One of those is a Celtic ballista, actually. I'm going to keep them until the next turn. We need to go ahead and start building some stuff here. I'll build an ironsmith and, let's see, maybe a commons. Let's see if we can eventually get some heroic nobles out of this. Yeah, the real question is what to do with my army at Bebracht. I mean, the Helvetii probably won't be a big threat to me. Bertigala is going to need relief. This army, though, is not very well equipped to handle all those Oathsworn. And I think what I'm going to do is just disband these spearmen and recruit a few more veteran riders. I can't afford one more, geez. Oh well, 2 more will be a good start. And we'll go from there, because that way at least maybe I can set up some hammer and anvils and potentially destroy those Oathsworn armies. We're just going to have to try and force march some relief in their direction as quickly as possible. This army doesn't even look all that good, but I mean, the chariots would be an immense help against those types of units. So, I mean, anything we can get would be a huge benefit. But this definitely throws things into a bit of disarray. You know, again, it's really frustrating the Volcae having that one settlement and being able to field those kind of armies. It seems a little bit ludicrous. But that's probably just me being bitter because it was my army that got destroyed, so I'll just man up and go kill him. And that'll be that. Looks like everything's handled. I do want to end a turn and see what we can get done on this next turn. We need to just keep spreading out. If we get pushed back against a little bit, should be okay. I mean, fortune's going to favor the bold here. I'm going to have to push out quickly and get rid of my enemies. The problem is when they split up, kind of like the Bowie I've done there, that's going to be irritating because I can only field so many armies. But I'm going to have to use my agents well to prevent those little guys from being successful. Volcae are going to come back for seconds over at Bertigala. Probably actually take the city this time, though they may sack it again. We'll see what happens. Yep, they took it. So that's canceled my edict. Okay. Let's check the factions here. Still at war with everyone. Now what I want to do, we've got the Volcae a little bit split up, and I've got a scout up here. Let's move him down this way. I've also got some agents that can help me out. And we got another scout right here. So let's bring our agent Apocalypse to bear. I'm gonna leave one agent up here near Bebract. I kind of feel like I can't just leave Bebract unguarded. But I mean, I need to go. Maybe we can force march this army to Bebract and then take this army and start heading in. Okay, we'll see how this works out. This army needs to come out of force march. And we don't need all this siege equipment. Really just need some cavalry. And I'm thinking about getting rid of these crappy spears and replacing them with something better. Of course, there is nothing better for me to recruit in this province because I'm still building the right buildings. So I guess I probably shouldn't have disbanded those units. But oh well, we'll be fine for now. Let's just let these guys... Well, I was going to say let's let them retrain, but maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should get out here and kill these Boii troops. There we go. We've managed to chase them both down. Let's just get rid of both these armies, get them out of the way. I don't want them causing trouble. Let's see if we can... I can't quite force march back to the city, so hopefully we don't get ambushed back on the way. I think what we need to do is go out here and sabotage this army to make sure that they can't try and beat me back to Teleferto. That'll be worthwhile. Okay, and we've got our Agent Apocalypse heading down to start knocking out the Volcae. We're going to give these guys some huge poisoning. Of course, that's just the way air rolls. Okay. Alright. Though I do think I'm probably out of time for this episode, so I'm going to have to continue my my vengeance on the next episode. Which I always hate waiting, but it's probably what's going to have to just happen. I'm just going to divvy out my upgrades here. Alright, I think that's probably all I have time for at the moment. I will be back with more This Is Total War campaign. We've kind of gotten stagnated momentarily with the loss of Bertigala. But we will take out the Volcae. I've got the agents to help me get it done, and I'm just going to subvert the daylights out of them and raid all over their lands until they're in massive trouble. And then on the other fronts, I need to go ahead and start raising another army here. The medicine would be just as good a place as any too, so I should probably go ahead and start getting that underway. Let's see if we can reinstate the legacy of Patchy's Band of Spears. And I think I'm going to put the general in a noble rider. Man, I don't know though. Having a heroic noble general might be more helpful if we're coming up against these heavier infantry units. So we'll just go ahead and start training this army too. Definitely going to put a couple of chariots there, along with a couple of veteran riders, and then I'll just stick to sword band for now. And we'll kind of see how things work. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing off for now.